everybody, General Motors Jeff here, Jeff Hunter from Pro Chevrolet in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. Today what we're going to do is have a look at these, the 2020 Cadillac SUV lineup, all the way from the Cadillac Escalade to the Cadillac Xt4. Let's go have a look. All right, so here they are, the four offerings that Cadillac has for the 2020 SUV lineup. We start here with the Cadillac Xt4, up to the Xt5, the Xt6, and then we end off, of course, with the Cadillac Escalade. Now let's look at this one over here first. This is the smallest, of course, of the four. This is the Cadillac Xt4. Light, nimble, easy to get around, but there's still some space in it. This is a 5-passenger SUV, and it does have a 2-liter turbo, 4-cylinder motor underneath there. Feels like a V6. I'm not kidding you. That turbo with this size of vehicle, it moves very, very well. But again, in terms of size, I'm over 6 feet tall. I can comfortably sit in the front of this, and I can actually comfortably sit in the back. Although again, you're not gonna have, you know, a ton of people back here. It's a 5-passenger, but again, just the proper amount of legroom. And then if I go behind here, I'll show you what it has in terms of the room behind that row. Actually pretty spacious, all right? So you can actually fit a little bit back here. Now, if we move over and transition over to the Xt5, what you're gonna get first and foremost is the ability to now have a 6-cylinder, the 3.6 liter 6-cylinder motor in this. However, for 2020, we actually also have the 2-liter turbo that you'll find in there. Obviously geared a little bit differently, but we have the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder offering in this as well. But again, the 3.6 is what we're most often are gonna find this in, at least currently right now. That being said, as compared to the Xt4, it's a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and a little bit more room in the inside. And you're gonna find that in terms of leg room, especially in the second row. I'll show you the front again, just to show you the difference. So there's your front. In the back, a little bit more legroom, and again, you're gonna have more width, so more shoulder room between the passengers back here. And then again, you're gonna find a little bit more room, of course, in behind here on the second, past the second row, I should say. So again, 5-passenger, just like the Xt4, a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and a bigger motor choice. All right, that's the Xt5. Now, the Xt6. This just came out in 2020. One of my favorite new vehicles that General Motors makes, period, and definitely one of my favorite Cadillacs. Check this bad boy out. So you'll see these are very, very similar. That's got a different look to it. And our Cadillac Escalade for 2021 will have a much more similar front end to this as well. Anyways, Xt6, up to 7 passengers in this one, all right? 2 in the front, 3 in the middle, 2 more in the back, okay? Again, wider than the Xt5, and longer than the Xt5 as well. So a bigger chassis overall and lots of room. What I like about this is you have that bench second row, so you can actually seat 5 people in here, and you could potentially drop that third row if you don't want it. So I'll show you this because again, when the third row is up, of course, there's not as much room behind there. But for the most part, if you're not gonna have 7 people or 6 people in here very often, there's still storage behind there, but you're gonna be able to have the ability to drop those down and have storage from all the way back here all the way back up to that second row. In fact, you can drop that second row and have it all the way up to the front. So an awesomely capable vehicle. Now, the flagship model of the Cadillacs, and of course, is this bad boy, right? The 2020 Cadillac Escalade. As I mentioned, we do have a 2021 model coming out, which is all new, redesigned. I'll do a video on that when I have it. 6.2 liter V8 in this one. You can seat up to 8 people in this. Typically, you're gonna see it in a 7-passenger. Again, longer, wider than you're gonna find in the Xt6. So there's your seating room in here. Again, you're gonna see more often than not captain's chairs back here, but you can get it with a bench row back there, so you can get 8 passengers. And if we head back here, you're gonna see a lot more storage room back in here, all right? So again, that is the 2020 Cadillac SUV lineup, in case any of you were wondering. It starts from the Xt4 up to the Xt5, then the Xt6, and then the Cadillac Escalade. That is the 4 that are available right now. That one's changing. We'll be doing a video on that as soon as I get a 2021 Cadillac Escalade in. If you have any questions, you want to come try one out, as always, message me, call me, email me. I'll help you if I can. Cheers.